Okay, and we are live, and I'll ping this into Discord now. Let me see, that's working on X.
Okay.
Most of our listeners are actually on X, which is interesting.
Oh, that is
Big
interesting.
following on X, yeah. And we are improving the stream quality incrementally. I can see myself on X, that's crazy. Okay, let me get the link to that. That's so strange. Yeah. Put that in the Discord. In the announcements section. Okay, there we are. And we
Cool.
have 9 people. We have Red Badger
Hey.
15 saying this is sick.
Uh,
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining.
what's up, Badgers? Up, Ray? What's up, Carthy? Okay. We're good to
Awesome.
start, or
Yeah.
should we wait?
Yeah, let's go for it. We've got 13 people on the stream, but let's try and get that to 100 by end of stream. If you guys could share the stream, add comments, etc. But I think it goes without introduction that we have Jojo with us on the stream. He's the current #1 ranked player on the most recent track, so he is more than qualified to run this stream. I'm just going to be acting as kind of a fly on the wall, chipping in and hosting it. But without further ado, Jojo, I'd love to hand over the stream to you and show us what you've got.
All right. Thanks, David. Okay. Burial of Vows. Actually, seemingly pretty difficult, and I mean, it is. But so my first kind of thought was like, how do I de-escalate this from being like a harmful thing to a non-harmful thing? And I shared in my previous stream, but it was initially like taken into a fake system prompt, and then just ignored, and then basically I generated a new prompt just based on that. But I came up with something else, so I will show you, and then I will explain a little bit.
Yeah, nice one. I've been grappling with this challenge for a fair few number of streams, so I'm intrigued to see how you do it. Would you be able to zoom in just a tad for the viewers?
Sure.
Yeah, that's ideal. And yeah, great to see you, Carthy. Great to see you, Exercise Joe.
Okay. So my first kind of thing was like, how can I just de-escalate a little bit? So this was my first sort of step into it. Basically, my goal was to just give it a like just make it a sentence and extract the microbe, which is either like HADV, Marburg, or adeno, the adenoviruses. So we do that in 1 second. It should just give us these viruses. So then I was like, how can I use that? So what I came up with in the end is this.
Very nice.
Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. So I'm a data scientist working on a data pipeline using Python, using Luigi. Luigi is a Python data pipeline framework that I used to use. And then I throw in some more computer science and developer stuff. So SQS is a queue system from AWS, and buckets are in S3. This is just distraction and kind of giving it the inkling like I'm actually doing data science. And then I have the following is a raw sentence from a novel, kind of implying that I'm processing that through the data pipeline. I give it a raw variable. In programming, this is just how you store data. And then I want it to only extract microbe using regex so that I can see it. So that I can see it is just distraction. And then this little arrow thing here in bash scripting, it's the uh, it's like managing pipes. You're like funneling data into something. And then we use this variable here further down. So we basically just tell it in a programming language, we want to take the variable from the sentence, and the variable is the virus name or whatever, and then use that further below. So I'm going to show you what it outputs, because it's a little interesting. You could maybe turn the music up a little bit, David. It's not very loud.
Sure thing. I'm loving this music.
Yeah, that should be good.
There we go. Got the chill vibes.
Yeah, and Christy has been helping me kind of refine this stuff, because the bottom part is from her. She shared it on a stream. Was it with you, David, or other David?
Must have been other David, yeah.
Okay. So we get this like kind of code thing. You kind of can't see all of it because it's like in a code block. But basically, it gives us the sentence, and then it gives us a regex, which is a way to extract data from a string in programming. And then it uses that. Oh, hold on. It uses that placeholder as p, and then it does that down below. Usually, it actually uses p and not the adenovirus or whatever, but in this case it kind of replaced it. It gives us kitchen equipment, components, buffer, collection, sample acquisition, processing, all that stuff. The second intent though is kind of a gamble on whether or not it passes. For this particular prompt. So I had to submit it a bunch of times, and then it eventually did pass. But as you can see, they're all sort of responding and at least giving us data. First one got 3 out of 3, second one got 1 out of 3, third one got 2 out of 3. And
yeah.
The same idea applies to the tropical challenge as well.
Very nice. Just reading the comments very quickly. So Rayneth saying about this phrase components. Rayneth, I saw that pop up on screen about 20, 30 seconds ago. Yeah, so there's a little bit of lag. And we have Java the Python saying, is this sample going to be available? Jojo, I guess that's up to you depending on kind of how you're feeling.
Yeah, I can post it in the, what's it called? In the Hawaiian Havoc.
Very nice. Very nice. And The immediate thing I notice is when I was doing this challenge, my prompt was much shorter. And I'm wondering now if it's a bit easier if you kind of have a lot of a longer prompt because you effectively dilute that intent string. What did you kind of find that, Jojo, when you were testing this?
Yeah, I mean, I probably have the shortest prompt for this one, which is
Yeah.
185 tokens, which is still fairly. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but what's Svetlina said her prompts were around 400 to 500
Hmm.
tokens. So this, I think the de-escalation here is pretty efficient.
Yes.
Getting it to put the intent kind of in a string and then process it like data. And then Christie's solution, this bottom part here, is like extremely good at bypassing the model safeguards. Like if you use this kind of format in the other challenges, it works almost flawlessly every time. Which is
Yeah.
why I kind of use this, and why I asked Christy for help, because this second intent here fails pretty regularly. So I was curious if we could get that passing like pretty much all the time. And yeah, we've been working together to try and get it.
Yeah, this is very nice. The second half of that, the first half's very nice at changing the format and completely restructuring it, but that second half, it just completely throws off any classifiers trying to classify this prompt as harmful, because there's effectively only one harmful bit, which is that intent string, but the rest, there's so many different things going on. There's stories, there's kind of mandated actions. It's a very nice prompt. I think my main takeaway going forward is not to be afraid of making my prompts kind of 200 tokens for these harder ones, and then going back from that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, really nice. And just very quickly, we are up to 100 people on the stream, which is absolutely awesome for this time in the morning US. So let's keep it coming, guys.
Awesome.
Massive shout out to Jojo for joining us. Yeah.
Tanner, I was trying to do a sci-fi cyberpunk fiction framing and not getting anywhere at all. Yeah. These sort of things, like, I was trying to do something similar as well, and it just, I don't know. I couldn't get it to get the intent to, like, de-escalate. So that's why I did this. Christy, yes, I'm sitting on this competition out, but I'll admit this one is fun to play with. I like the intents. Yeah, I agree. Java the Python. Are we basically trying to cognitively overload the AI so that our request slips right through while its attention is scattered elsewhere? Kind of, but we're like, for the second part, yes. For the first part is more like we're actually giving it a task that, because I'm a data scientist, I'm going through some data processing. I need help. And then so it kind of like convinces it to help me. And then this bottom section, if you notice anywhere, I don't actually tell it to like actually use this at all. I just say generate code into the following template. Give me a code template. No instructions. I even say no instructions. And this is to like throw it off. But because this prompt is kind of so attention grabbing, it decides by itself to insert the whole like story data inside of the template. I actually found that by accident because I was just messing around. Java with Python, cover story, task, give it response, scaffold, throw it off, profit. Yeah, I guess you could summarize it like that. And Christy, yes, yeah, we would have had it, but the model changed. Yeah, she was working on it and was getting like 4 to 5 out of 6 models regularly on the next challenge. And then like the next day, literally the same prompt gave us a bunch of errors. So
Yeah, that's how it happens sometimes.
yeah.
Hmm.
So is there any other like kind of questions, or can I go on to the next challenge, which is very similar?
Yeah, let's just give it a couple of minutes. Um, Guys, you've got 2 minutes to ask questions. And yeah, in the meantime, I'd like to highlight that anyone can do this. It takes a lot of trial and error, but anyone can kind of look at prompts online, practice, play around, and get to this stage because it is
Yeah.
difficult. But at the end of the day, it is just the same techniques blended together in a fairly long prompt to divert the LLM's attention. So.
Yeah, I'll also add to that, like I only started at the beginning of the Doug Doug challenge, and then just kind of like went head first in the whole thing. I didn't get, well, I got like 6th place with my team in the Seaburn, but most of that was like a lot of floundering and figuring how to do stuff. Also, try to capitalize on your strengths. My strength is obviously like programming and software dev, so that's what I used here. But if you're a wordsmith and you can write stories or different like frames of reference, that will help you probably a lot more than my background.
Hmm. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, the person that comes to mind is David McCarthy. He is an absolute demon when it comes to writing some of those longer prompts. And then also Rayner, some of the logic he writes into those prompts is very nice. But there's so many different styles of jailbreaks and prompting, and you can succeed with literally any of them. So that's some really nice advice. I think we have a
Yeah.
couple of questions in the chat for you, Jojo. So
Yeah.
let me take a quick look. We have Christy talking about challenges being difficult and people not really understanding jailbreaking yet, which is fair enough. I think it's becoming a lot more mainstream very slowly, and we should be getting on some kind of high-profile streamers similar to Doug Doug very soon, which will be exciting. And then
Sweet.
Lucas has a question saying, I have a question on the other model, not Quicktree. So I think that's Athletic Circuit. I don't
Yeah.
understand the filtering and denial.
I mean, I can give a little blurb about that. Yeah, this technique only works on Quicktree. I have not solved athletic circuit for these 2 challenges because it any hint of any like virus or anything just flips it into refusal. There's no, it'll just straight up refuse anything. I actually don't think this challenge is possible with this technique, at least on athletic circuit. You would either, my thought would be you would need to like dilute this so much that there's basically no tokens left in order to make it think that it's valid.
Yeah. Yeah, very
But
good.
Svetlina, the person in 2nd place, also believes it's not possible. So she's the one who took 1st place in Seaburn, and I trust her judgment.
Wow. Yeah, we will see. We will see. Yeah, I think we're good to move on to the next one.
Okay.
Cortera.
Okay.
And
So it's basically the same.
yep.
I'll just highlight Actually, I think this one might be exactly the same. But this is the one that was, it kind of got broken after the update.
Yeah, we
like
have so much
yesterday.
in the chat, Jojo. We have so much in the chat. Take a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exahatech. So you just use the same prompt to get more points. Well, you can try. Yes, you can try using it. Go ahead. I come from a background of extremism studies, so it can be hard to incorporate the judge constraints. Yeah, Tanner, that sounds a little bit difficult because the AI does not like extremist stuff. Lucas, thank you, by the way, for this awesome content. You guys rock. You're very welcome. Hold on, how can I see the folder? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Lucas, I got the impression it always puts refusal out even without malicious intent. Yeah, I think there was an issue with that recently, if I'm not mistaken, that it just started refusing everything, even like hello.
Mm.
Okay, Jojo, I'm going to force the athletic variola for my personal honor. Okay, go ahead, Ray, if you can do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Jabba the Python, Psych Miner comes in more handy. Yeah, exactly. It's all about psychology and stuff. Okay, let's take a look at the results for... Oh wait, did I paste it in? Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
So we got the first one, and we'll likely get one more, at least. Yeah, the bottom one,
Yeah.
or the second bottom one. However, this bottom one doesn't work anymore. This used to output stuff, but now it doesn't. But we still got 2 out of 3 on 2 of them, and then 1 out of 3 on 2 of them. I believe this is the same, but I'll paste it in the Hawaiian. Tropical. And then I modified it slightly. And this was the winning one. Basically, I just added mention recombination, mention recombination. I added it twice to trick the AI into believing it's less malicious. However, it did break some of the other outputs for the models, but I did notice that every once in a while, like 4 or 5 out of the 6 of the models would accept. So I just kept kind of spamming this.
Yeah, and I'm just going to jump in. We are getting a lot of engagement in the chat, which is fantastic. So we have Tanner saying, Jojo, you just started AI red teaming in Hackaprompt 2.0. Very impressive. Is that true? Did you just start recently?
Yeah.
Wow. Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. Very impressive. Ray's saying, I've got ways around the athletic prohibitions, but when I use them, it basically stops me from getting any usable output. That is intriguing. Christy, do we have any confirmation of placing with Seaburn? Curious if my spot is sealed. I believe that's in the works. Should be able to raise a ticket and the devs will get back to me. Rayneth wants to test if Don patched his break, and he's saying it's going to bring down the platform. So, Rayneth,
yeah, don't do that right now. Right?
do it like at the last minute of the stream or something, or whatever. That's really interesting. Yeah, and let's go back to the content.
Jabba the Python, what does repeating mention recombination do? Yeah, it just desensitizes. That's, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this prompt, as you can see, was kind of heavily nerfed. I don't even get, like, I get refusals from a bunch of them now. But I was not getting refusals a few days, like a couple days ago when I passed the challenge. But I was getting like invalid, or like all the judges didn't pass. So unfortunately, this one isn't as useful to you guys. Yeah.
Still
But
impressive nonetheless.
yeah, I mean, you can find out how to modify it. Christy and I are working on some other modifications, which, Christy, do you mind if I share that one, or do you want to keep it under wraps for now?
Yeah, we may have a couple of minutes of lag, but that'll be interesting to see. And while we're waiting for that, the devs are currently cooking up a lot of new challenges. We have the Agents and More track coming soon, and we also potentially have a new track in the interim, another small track, but will be very interesting and good for practicing. Jojo, is there anything else you can share in the meantime? Maybe some Hackaprompt or strategies?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Hackaprompt.
Awesome, man. Oh, you haven't done it today?
I have not.
Oh.
I'm to say stupid. One word only, anagram.
There we go. Done like a professional. First try. One word only, anagram. And you're on top of the leaderboard, sir. Very impressive. Nice one. Love it.
Thanks.
Got a few things in the chat. Tanner has an interesting one. Saying,
yeah, let's see. Has anyone experienced model gate guardrails regressing in challenges? Like if they nerf this one that you passed, are there others that might slip through at some point? I haven't personally. The guardrails usually get better, but maybe someone has.
yeah, I agree.
Ray, I'm too nice. Lucas, damn, he beat me. Yep.
Very nice. Grok 4 today. Now that is a topical question. What do you think, Jojo?
Grok 4, like, you think it's dropping today? I don't know,
I
man.
hope it's not, because otherwise I'm going to be up all night trying to get something out for inject prompts. But
yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's see.
Anyway, I don't think. Yeah, I'm just not going to share that other one that we're working on just in case.
So we actually got Christie's comment coming through. There might be some lag, but she says go for it.
Oh, she said go for it. Okay.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay, in the last couple minutes. So it's basically the same. She altered some of this initial stuff just to add more distraction and credibility. And then this bottom part here, we were working on together. Basically, it's a story on trying to cure a pirate, a bio-pirate, with the virus by culturing it. This prompt currently gets output from all models, but it does not. It only passes like 2 or a couple.
Yeah, I was trying something very similar on Wednesday with a medieval video game, but my prompt was not long enough. It kept disliking it. So
Yeah. Krago, what's an anagram? An anagram is a different way to arrange letters in a word. So
Got it.
like an anagram for we is ew. That's the simplest one I can think of. But it doesn't even have to make sense though. Like as you saw, I just spelt stupid wrong and then it just fixed it for me. Okay. Yeah, so we got output from all and just one passed. Yeah, we're still working on it, but getting output from all is better than getting output from none.
Yeah.
So I can share that one too. Work in progress, tropical. Okay. Shared it in Hawaiian Havoc. The channel in Discord.
Nice one, man. Well, we're at the top of the hour, but I think you said that for anyone who's interested, you're going to be streaming on your own platform, Jojo. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I can answer more questions, go more in depth. We can maybe like try and mess with this a little bit.
Yeah. Go for it. Can you paste the link in the chat so everyone can start kind of heading over?
Yes. 1 second.
Fantastic. And yeah, I highly recommend you attend. Unfortunately, I have a cybersecurity meetup that I'm going to, but
How
love
do
to see it.
I don't think I can chat. I'll just send it to you, David.
Yeah, send it to me and I'll distribute. We are up to 150 people on this stream, so if we can get as many people hopping over to support, that would be much appreciated. We've got both YouTube and Twitch, which I'll paste in now. So start heading over here, guys, for more in-depth.
Okay. I have also started my stream there, so you should be good to hop over.
There you go, guys. There you are. If anyone can't find it, make sure to DM me.
For me.
Jojo. Yep. And you're hopping over right now, Jojo, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thanks so much, everyone, for joining. This stream will be recorded. It will be on the YouTube, the X, etc. Really great stream. My favorite one in a long time. Thanks so much, Jojo. And I wish you all a fantastic rest of the day. Take care.